We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Will Baltimore finally get its red line? The highly debated project is the center of a special hearing today. We'll take a look at the project and just how much it could cost. In a city in crisis, an investigation is underway after city police tase a teenager. What police say the teenager was doing at the time and how he's doing today. And the O's are having their best season in years. Coming up, the reason one economist says ticket sales may not reflect the team's talent. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. Just in, there is a court hearing underway for the man accused of shooting two police officers during a days-long manhunt that spanned 2 counties. Earlier this year, 24-year-old David Linthicum was the focus of a massive manhunt. It started in Baltimore County and prompted a neighborhood lockdown before he was eventually captured in neighboring Harford County. Now, court documents show Linthicum is facing multiple charges, including attempted murder. We know today's hearing is a motions hearing. It is unclear, though, what the motion is. We'll keep you up to date as soon as we learn more from the court. Turning now to a city in crisis, city police tase a 15-year-old boy. They say it happened as they tried to arrest the teen for having a gun. Fox 45 News obtained surveillance video from a nearby store owner that appears to show the teen throw a gun while running away from police. Police eventually arrested the teenager and say he was taken to the hospital to be checked out. An investigation is underway. Now, the incident comes just days before National Night Out, a nationwide initiative aimed at building relationships between communities and police. The Baltimore Police Department is advertising the events taking place all across the city tomorrow. The Baltimore Red Line project is taking center stage today. It is the focus of a new MTA hearing that is happening today. Now, these meetings come after Governor Wes Moore announced last month that he is relaunching the project, the goal to enhance east-west connectivity across the Baltimore region. As Shannon Lilly shares, today's meeting one of many surrounding this highly debated project.
Well, there's certainly been some back and forth, and today marks another opportunity for you to give your input on this project. In fact, this week marks the final week of public meetings for the Baltimore Red Line project. So we want to pull up some information for these meetings right here on your screen. There will be 2 more meetings today and tomorrow. Today's meeting is set for 3 to 7 this afternoon at Woodlawn High School. Tomorrow's is at the same time at Hampstead Hill Academy. Now, the Red Line would connect communities from Bayview in Baltimore City to Woodlawn in Baltimore County. When Governor Larry Hogan canceled plans for the Red Line in 2015, the project had an estimated price tag of $2.9 billion. Given inflation, though, the price tag will likely be higher than that. Critics say it doesn't make sense to spend that much money on a rail line while ridership is dropping. In fact, Fox 45 News found data showing a little more than 3% of people in Baltimore took public transit to work. That was in 2021, and that's a drop from 7% in 2019.
No way that it makes sense to spend that much money to carry that few riders. They don't ride transit to work. Less than 10% take transit to work. And yet the taxes that are used to support transit are many of them are very regressive.
Meanwhile, supporters say the Red Line would better connect people to jobs and services, including medical care. And according to the MTA, the Red Line has been shaped by more than a decade of study, engineering, environmental analysis, and community participation, and it's been met with strong support from many in the city, along with local leaders. So again, you have 2 more opportunities to get out and make your voice heard at one of these public meetings. Today's meeting starts at 3 this afternoon. Reporting this morning, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Making headlines, the Mar-a-Lago property manager accused of hiding security footage from investigators is due in federal court today. Prosecutors added Carlos de Oliveira to an indictment with former President Donald Trump and former valet Walt Nauta. Now, the case alleges a scheme to stop the government from collecting classified documents at the Florida estate. De Oliveira is charged with conspiracy to obstruct justice and lying to investigators. The Idaho mother convicted of killing her 2 kids and her husband's ex-wife as part of a doomsday cult is set to be sentenced today. Lori Vallow Daybell was found guilty in May of killing her 7-year-old son and her 16-year-old daughter and conspiring to kill Tammy Daybell, her husband's previous wife. Vallow Daybell faces up to life in prison without parole. 11:05 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1 this week marks 1 month since 2 people were killed and 28 others hurt at the Brooklyn Day block party. The search for suspects continues. There have been no arrests for the shooting. Police say they found bullet casings from as many as 16 different guns on the scene, and they believe there's more than one suspect, but they have not named any. A 17-year-old is facing weapons and riot charges in connection with the incident, but is not charged in the shooting itself. Trending number 2, both Baltimore City and County are dealing with a spike in car thefts. More than 5,000 cars have been stolen in the city so far this year and 2,000 in the county. Baltimore police data revealed 383 vehicles were taken in the span of just 7 days earlier this month. One of the recent vehicles stolen was a Baltimore police car. Trending number 3, Baltimore County Police are investigating a weekend shooting in Middle River. They say a man was shot along Middle River Road around 9:30 Saturday night. Police have not said how the victim is doing. They also have not released any information about a suspect. Trending number 4, police in Annapolis are naming the teenager who was shot and killed Thursday as 16-year-old Robert Clark. Police say he and another teenager were shot just after 10 Thursday night. A 17-year-old was also hurt in that shooting. He is in critical condition. Trending number 5, in the city today, Baltimore is welcoming 56 new firefighter EMTs and paramedics to the Baltimore City Fire Department. These new members will be assigned to medic units, pumper engines, ladder trucks, and squads throughout the city. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, need to get a lot of work done? You might consider turning on the radio. Coming up, how listening to music may boost productivity. And it's happened again. Another case of someone in the crowd throwing something at a performer. How rapper Cardi B responded when it happened to her. And Kanye West is back on Twitter after being previously banned from the site. The new rules he'll have to abide by if he wants to keep his account.
We are heading into another really pretty afternoon. Lots of sunshine, no heat, no humidity, but high temperatures still in the mid-80s. I'll let you know exactly how long this stretch lasts in a couple of minutes on Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:09 and taking a look at your social stream. A second crack has been found in a North Carolina roller coaster that was shut down earlier this month. It comes after a crack was discovered in a support pillar already. Now, the Fury 325 coaster at Carowinds will remain closed. The park saying the new crack was found during a maintenance review, but it's downplaying the issue, saying it's not uncommon to discover slight weld indications in various locations of a steel superstructure. Carowinds claims these types of weld indications do not compromise the structural integrity or safety of the ride. The Department of Labor is investigating to make sure that is the case. I might err on the side of caution and stay off of it. Willie says either poor design, substandard metal, or terrible welding assembly skills. Another person saying retire it before Final Destination comes to life. Well, Kanye West is back on social media. The rapper, who was banned from Twitter for anti-Semitic tweets, is now back on the site. Elon Musk reactivated his account over the weekend. Now, there are some conditions. West won't be able to make money off of his account, and no ads will appear next to his posts. This is what you have to say about it. Kevin saying that's the worst and best part about free speech at the same time. Someone else saying a private platform is not the government. It doesn't have to host any specific person or any specific kind of speech. Singer Cardi B is going viral. Look at this. Hurling her microphone at a fan during a concert in Las Vegas over the weekend. The rapper was performing when someone in the crowd threw a drink at her. So Cardi B threw her mic into the crowd. Look at this. Did you see them throw that at her? She wasn't having it. She threw a microphone. Security guards then rushed to the stage. Here's what you have to say about that. SMH, I hate when people come to a concert just to be disrespectful. Shout out Cardi B for being dope. Why would you pay the money to go do that? I don't get it. Someone else said her reaction was instinctual. It was completely unacceptable for water to be thrown on her. Well, this summer, Sinclair is partnering with the National Diaper Bank for Sinclair Care's Summer Diaper Drive. Scan this QR code to help local diaper banks provide diapers to children and families in need. Donate today for a healthier future for our little ones. And if your family is struggling with basic needs for your baby, go to sinclaircares.com. Still ahead, believing in a higher power. We'll look at how many Americans say they believe in angels and how that compares to the number of people who believe in the devil.
The Orioles are having their best season in years, but many seats here at Camden Yards are still empty. I'm Olivia Danson. Coming up next, an economist weighs in on what's driving the low ticket sales.
And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 now on Fox 45 News Midday. It's 11:14 and we are back with a live look over Camden Yards. Finally, a bit of a break from the heat and humidity we've seen. The Orioles having their best season since the 2014 lineup. Yesterday, they beat the Yankees 9-3. Go O's. But the stands at Camden Yards aren't necessarily reflective of a team that's having their best season. Mind you, it's been in years. As Olivia Dance shows us, there was concern that crime could be having an impact on fan attendance.
The Orioles are ranked #1 in the AL East, and many, including the mayor, are confident we'll go all the way to the World Series. But when it comes to actually filling seats here at Camden Yards, the O's aren't ranked quite as well. In fact, according to baseballreference.com, the O's are ranked 23rd out of the 30 MLB teams when it comes to filling seats. Aniban Basu, an economist, says the mayor should be less focused on home runs and more on crime stats that could be affecting ticket sales.
A lot of people have become accustomed to not going to downtown Baltimore. Not having those fans come downtown, that has a huge negative economic impact.
In the backdrop of Camden Yards, the murder of Timothy Reynolds by a squeegee kid last year, and then this year, 2 shootings, 2 carjackings, and 4 robberies, all within just a mile of the ballpark. Basu says Mayor Scott should be assuring fans that the downtown area will be safe for games. And Mayor Scott has said that changes will come to the area around the stadium. Take a listen to what he said.
We want to see at Camden Yards what you see around other ballparks, more development, more activation, more things happening.
But Basu believes those changes may not come until the end of the Scott administration, given the mayoral election is just next year. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
School is just around the corner, but it's never too soon to start getting kids into healthy digital habits, especially for families who may have relaxed their screen time rules over the summer. Earlier this morning, we spoke with a tech expert about parenting in a tech world. Tatana Jordan says it is important to start making healthy habits now before school starts.
Just like we try to shift things up when we know a time change is coming for younger children in bedtimes, we need to do the same for our older children who have access to tech. You know, the tech access they have, whether it's smartphones, tablets, gaming consoles, it lights up the pleasure center of their brain. It stimulates dopamine, serotonin, adrenaline. These are chemicals that can impact addictive tendencies, right? So just like you wouldn't hand your child a container of ice cream and a spoon and say, have as much as you want. You tell me when you're done. We should not do the same thing with tech.
Fox 45 News is your back-to-school headquarters. We are compiling all of the things that busy parents need to know to prepare for a great school year. Just click on the QR code on your screen to check out all of the stories we've posted so far. Coming up later tonight, almost a month since the Brooklyn Day mass shooting and still no arrests for the actual shooting. We speak to a law enforcement expert on the investigation. And we continue to look into the communication failures from the day of that mass shooting, the lingering questions we continue to ask Monzi. Plus, a back and forth out of Harford County, the complaint surfacing about the county executive, Bob Casserly. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash. Your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:18 and now to today's talking point. A new poll finds nearly 70% of Americans believe in angels, even if they reject organized religion. The survey was conducted by the Associated Press and the Nork Research Center. While 70% believe in angels, fewer, 56% believe in the devil. The poll also found that angels have more credibility with American adults than concepts of astrology, reincarnation, or the belief that physical things can have spiritual energy. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now.
Well, everybody knows Patrice is our news angel, so people tune in for that.
No, not even on that level.
Well, you know, I know as I've gotten older, Patrice, I believe in a whole bunch of stuff, or not. You know what I mean? I'm open. You know, I think I've seen a lot, been through a lot, and I think whatever people need to lean on to get through whatever they have to get through, you know, it's their individual decision. So I could see that, you know, angels.
Listen, I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I believe in angels. I call on angels to go before me every day. I'm all about it.
Yeah, and
we are not doing this life alone, so.
Exactly. I think that's also, again, as you live life, you come up with your formula that works best for you. So I'm not surprised by that. I definitely believe that. Also, sometimes when you meet somebody or you know somebody and the way they move,
right,
they influence how you look at things too. Like maybe you weren't open to something, but because they're so positive or cool or special, you go, that's interesting.
There you go. That could have been an angel sent to you.
Oh, it happens all the time.
Exactly. I know it does. All right, let's talk about some wild and wonderful weather. We are finally getting a much needed break from the heat and humidity. Things here at home much better than wildfires that meteorologist Amy Aronson is showing us that are still burning in Washington state. Amy.
Yeah, let's actually head to the West Coast where wildfires are now an issue for Washington state. If you look closely, you can see it in the distance here. You can see some folks actually checking that out from afar. This is not the only scene of it. If you look closely, here's a view from the dark, actually, and you can see it showing up in the mountains there. So a pretty crazy scene. And of course, that could impact their air quality. For us, though, we're on the opposite coast and things are pretty clear here. We've got sunshine shining down on Camden Yards. We're in great shape for the next couple of days. We're actually really in for a treat compared to what we felt last week. Upper 70s right now, mid 80s later today. We're looking at a mostly dry start to the work week, so that's a treat. Temperatures will be slightly below average, so that's also a treat as we head into a new month. Storms will return by the end of the week, along with a little bit of humidity too. But as for now, we're in great shape. High pressure overhead keeping us nice and dry, bright and sunny. We are looking at a nice little stretch that's going to take us through midweek. Tracking our high temperatures, they're actually going to feel like the numbers you see here on the map because we're not dealing with humidity. Mid 80s ahead of us today. Same tomorrow. Clear skies overnight mean comfy temperatures in the morning. Upper 50s, low 60s to begin. Low to mid 80s to wrap things up. Feels fantastic. Yes, we could see a brief sprinkle. I don't really think much in terms of rain. Over the next couple of days, humidity levels remain low, so it's going to feel nice and dry through Wednesday. Thursday, a little more sticky, a little more muggy, and that's also when our chance for storms return. But temperature-wise, we're in the 80s this week. No 90s in sight. We'll stay in the 80s all the way through Thursday, low 80s, and then mid 80s by week's end. Heading into the weekend, little warmer with that chance for some spotty storms to start on Saturday. After that, we're dry again. We stay in the 80s through at least Monday. Looks like it's not until the end of the 10-day forecast that the 90s are back.
Still ahead, is it the drive-through of the future? How Chick-fil-A wants to deliver your food from a second-story kitchen as you drive under it. America's largest grocery store says it has been hit with skimmers. How thieves are targeting Walmart's credit card machines and what you should look out for. That's all coming up. 11:22 is the time here on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. You may want to check your credit card statements if you shop at Walmart. Apparently, thieves are installing credit card skimmers at the registers. At least 14 stores in New York have been hit, and there is concern it could be part of a spreading problem. Walmart says some of the skimmers were noticed by employees and law enforcement was alerted. The FBI says customers should be wary of and avoid any credit card machine that looks loose, crooked, damaged, or scratched. Ford is projecting big losses from electric vehicles. The automaker is forecasting $4.5 billion in loss this year. Ford says that EV adoption is moving at a slower pace than anticipated, but it will produce 600,000 EVs by the end of next year. Twitter is facing a new investigation over its rebranding to X. San Francisco city officials are investigating the company after it installed a giant X on top of its headquarters. In a complaint, city officials say Twitter lacked the proper permits needed and had not taped off the sidewalks underneath as a safety measure. It is time now for your lunch break. Chick-fil-A is announcing plans to open a new 2-story restaurant that would have kitchens upstairs with drive-through lines below. As part of a test, the Atlanta drive-through will have 4 traffic lanes running under the kitchen with space for up to 75 cars. Now you know what, Chick-fil-A. The chain is going to open walk-up only stores as well. Chick-fil-A says the changes are designed to improve ordering and digital service. The concepts are expected to open in 2024. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark, I don't know what to say about Chick-fil-A. They are doing it.
The magic.
My goodness.
The magic in the chicken. My goodness, what is in that chicken?
I don't.
Okay, it's a story you've got to see to believe. A Japanese man is going viral after fulfilling his lifelong dream of becoming a dog.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
What's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Brandy Proctor is here with us, along with Betty J. Hines from Women Elevating Women. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great.
Great.
All right, here we go. A Japanese man is going viral after spending $16,000 to fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming a dog. In a video posted on YouTube, the man shares with his fans his journey to becoming Taco. That's his doggy persona. He shares his first walk outside, meeting other dogs. A lot of comments on the video, many calling it weird, while others celebrating his youthful spirit. Okay, Betty, what is going on?
Well, you know what? I'm from the judge and be not judged. But if he's got the financial means and that's it's like a life passion, then go for it.
Why not?
That would not be me. But if that's what he wants to do, go for it.
Brandy, what do you think now? Is he crazy or is this pretty amazing?
You know, I agree with Betty. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a little confused at first. I mean, the news lady in me had to dig a little deeper. The headlines of like, man fulfills dream of becoming a dog was a little confusing for me, but once I realized it was just a costume and he didn't have like hair implants and all kinds of, I mean, whatever. If that's what floats his boat, hey.
Randy's always the hardcore news person. What drives this man to become a dog? Coming up at 10. Okay, listening to music at work may boost productivity. That's according to a report from the recruiting company Account Temps. 95% of workers aged 19 to 34 say listening to music at work improved their job production and overall mood. That number was lowered for older workers, but still in the majority, which 66% aged 55 and older, saying music improved productivity. As for the genres of music, workers say country, pop, and rock provided the biggest boost. Brandy, what do you think? Would this help you at work or not necessarily?
I was going to say, where is Lady T? Because she can tell you. Lady T, Patrice, Jennifer Gilbert, they all know Brandy has parties in the makeup room, and I mean parties. So, yes, absolutely. And my door is closed right now because I'm known to slide in a little Nas here, a little Kim there in the workday. I think it definitely boosts my brain. And when I really need to think, it's all about the classical music. So yes, I agree.
See, okay, now Betty, you deal with empowering people. Is music a big factor in your life?
It is for me personally, very much so, but I'm a jazz.
I was going to say, what is it going to be? Give us two. What's it going to be?
It's going to be jazz. I love the jazz music.
Like?
I like the old jazz. I like the modern jazz.
Okay.
The modern jazz is okay, but I like the old jazz, you know.
I love it. See? Okay. All right. Now I want you to tell it. Do you listen to music at work? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks, okay? Taylor Swift is in California right now for the final stops of her Eras tour, but it's what happened during her recent stop in Seattle that's making headlines. Swifties at Lumen Field were so excited, they're jumping up and down, causing an equivalent of 2.3 magnitude earthquake. They say the music, speakers, beat, and dancing actually drives energy into the ground, causing it to shake. They done messed around and created
some seismic.
I didn't know. Who knew Taylor's fans would?
But you know what? When you hear some of those speakers, it does not surprise me. But all that jumping around, I hope they lost some weight.
Okay, so Brandy, first of all, are you a Swiftie?
I'm not. I'm part of the Beehive. I'm a Beyonce girl too. So I never relate.
Okay, well, I think Lady T might be a Swiftie. Are you surprised by this type of fanhood or no?
I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm surprised that you could shake the ground by speakers and by jumping, but I'm not surprised that Taylor Swift has that kind of following. So more power to her. Now, y'all know what happened the last time. Y'all know Beyonce shut the lights down at the Super Bowl, so she's coming to our area this weekend.
Now, Brandy, why it always got to be competition? Here to see, it's always the Beehive. Always got to be competing with and Brandy is the same. All right, fine. Yeah. Well, Queen Bee, it's always great to see you. Thanks so much, okay? And we're going to see you later in the show, Betty. Oh, wait, Queen Bee. Okay, I see that.
How about that?
Oh, we got one more. The month isn't over yet, but meteorologists are already confident it'll be the hottest July wherever seen in the world. The organization says July will be the hottest globally on record. Temperatures were 1.5 degrees warmer than pre-industrial times for a record 16 days. So actually, we got one more story. Can you feel the heat out there, Betty? Does it feel like it?
Yes, I can. I love it. I love the month of July. I mean, it's hot, but that's my birthday month, so I like to think that I'm hot, and everybody this morning in July is hot.
Wait a minute now, Betty, don't she a little hottie? Well, Stevie Wonder said it, Brandy, hotter than July. Are you shocked by this?
No, and I was going to say, see, I could feel that July birthday month energy coming from Miss Betty, because I, too, am a July summer baby. So I love it. Bring on all the heat. Give me all the pools, all the everything that comes with summer. I'm with it.
And you know what? I also enjoy the heat. So look at us. Look at us, all shiny and sweaty up here. Okay, all right, we'll see you guys later. Well, Brandy, we won't see you. Good seeing you, okay? Still ahead. Summer is here, so get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. We'll show you a great day trip destination for you and the whole family. And if you're going to be outside, don't let the bugs get in the way. Coming up, a new way to keep mosquitoes away without those smelly sprays. Stick around.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Are you spending the summer inside to avoid bug bites? Stacey Bell is here to tell you and get you back outside, sharing a solution to keep the bugs away so you can play. Here she is.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
Our family loves being outdoors, especially when the weather is nice, but mosquitoes are so annoying. So I found these stickers. I love these. It's a Buzz Patch mosquito repellent sticker and then the Magic Itch Relief patches. Now, the first thing you do, you take one of these little stickers when you're headed out to the beach or the pool or just outside or whatever, and you want to put it on your article of clothing that's closest to your exposed skin. So I like the sleeve. You could do it on a sock, and it's going to create a barrier around you to basically keep the mosquitoes away. This is all natural. It has a really fresh smell. It smells like citronella. There are some essential oils in here, and you get 60 of these in one package. So they're easy to just throw in your bag, throw in your kid's bag if they're heading to camp. The other one is the Magic Itch Relief Patch. Okay, so you take one of these, it's a grid, right? And if you do get a mosquito bite, you're just gonna attach it to your skin, just stick it right there where the bite is, and it's going to stretch your skin and pull that saliva out of the lymphatic system. What that means is it stops the itching. This works for 30 seconds, works up to 7 days, and these mosquito repellent stickers start working immediately and work for up to 24 hours. So right now we're offering 20% off the natural patch. Just head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
What's going on, Baltimore? It's Mark Clark. I'm here at Marshy Point Park and Nature Center with Ben and John. We're exploring the beautiful scenic locations all around Maryland, and this is one of our stops. So, Ben, tell us about Marshy Point.
Thanks, Mark. So Marshy Point is part of the Baltimore County Department of Recreation and Parks system, and it is our park and nature center here on the Upper Chesapeake Bay. Just under 500 acres of land and about 8 miles worth of trails are available. We've got a nature center. It's open every day. We show 50 different species of native wildlife and have family programs all year long. So we get about 80,000 visitors a year, and about 25,000 of them participate in one of our programs, which could be anything from a spring or fall festival to a canoe trip. We just actually used the boat behind us today. We took our summer camp out on a field trip to Hart Miller Island State Park. So we're having a lot of fun here, and hopefully everybody can see we've got a great view.
It's amazing out here. So, John, why is it called Marshy Point?
Yeah, so if you take a look around, you can see all the herbaceous, non-woody vegetation. So pretty much all
herbaceous. I like that, herbaceous.
So anything that's not a tree or a shrub, right? So if you take a look around, you got that, and that pretty much classifies it as marsh. So this is a tidal brackish water marsh here, and the point stands for we are surrounded by 2 bodies of water. So we have the Dundee Creek, which we're looking at right now, and then we also have the Saltpeter Creek, which is on the other side of the park. So hence the point for Marshy Point.
All right, these guys are on it. Okay, so Ben, give us a history surrounding this beautiful location.
Awesome. Yeah, so this whole thing is one long peninsula, and we're really in a unique spot because when we look out on these creeks, we see exactly the marshes that John was just telling us about. We don't see a lot of houses. We don't see a lot of development. So you've got this tract of county land, which in turn backs up to the Gunpowder State Park, which in turn backs up to protected federal land. And so the history of this whole area was actually that it was kind of the playground for well-off people from Baltimore and the surrounding area to come out in the wintertime and go duck hunting. So the Marshy Point Ducking Club existed on the point behind us and was actually host to some pretty famous people who came out here to go duck hunting in winter. You know, everybody doesn't necessarily realize that ducks are winter visitors for the most part. You know, we see our mallards, but most of the other species of ducks show up here in the winter and spend the winter on the bay eating submerged aquatic vegetation and other types of invertebrates too.
So guys, where can people go to get more information?
Yeah, so if you go onto baltimorecountymd.gov, go into the Department of Recreation and Parks webpage, you can find Marshy Point Park and Nature Center's webpage, and then you can find hours of operation and specific programs and everything that we have to offer as well. But also, if you want to go into marshypoint.org's website, we'll have our list of programs and events, as well as a little more up-to-date calendars and things like that. So,
well, guys, it's been amazing, and again, this information is invaluable, and I hope people take full advantage of all these wonderful offerings. Still ahead, Jimmy the Boxer is taking his boxing skills out of the ring and into the office. Now he's fighting to get you a new car, no matter what your credit score. But first, I'll talk to an organization dedicated to helping women in business. You stay right there. We'll be right back.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Betty J. Hines is the CEO of Women Elevating Women. She joins us now on Be More Lifestyle. Welcome to the show, Betty. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you.
Well, talk to us about Women Elevating Women.
I love talking about woo. We affectionately call it
and you're woo, woo, woo.
That's right.
Thank
woo,
you
woo,
very
woo. I founded WOO because I wanted women to be more supportive of each other. And there's certain things that we don't do well at. And so by bringing WOO together, and specifically for those women who are under $1 million, that are at 6 figures, they're stuck, that's about, in this country, about 94%, because I've been working with the millionaires and billionaires.
Wow.
So I just simply took that knowledge in facilitating them to give to those women so they can elevate further.
Well, talk to us about those specific challenges that women face.
Everyone hears about them and they're true. They talk access to capital, but that's almost like a coined phrase. I make sure they understand what they're trying to access and making sure they're prepared. I want to make sure they understand the difference between a VC, a venture capitalist, and angel investor, because you know what? They might just need to get a small business loan. So particularly with the women at 6 figures. Now, when you start talking about the ones that are doing 100 million, 200 million, whole different conversation. They are talking about the angel investors and VCs. So that is a big one. But the biggest thing, and I was just talking about it this morning, is access to information, access to resources, and those strategic introductions. We don't do enough of that for each other.
I love it. So it feels like, I have 20-year-olds, it feels like younger people are more like seems like they're a lot more focused on entrepreneurship and business.
Yes.
Are you seeing more younger women coming into owning businesses? Is that happening?
Yes, they are, and I'm excited about it because when you work for somebody, the way we're taught at our schools is to get your education, get your degree, and get a job.
Yes.
We don't incorporate what about being an entrepreneurship? What about entrepreneurship? You can have your own. Yes, you're seeing more and more young people, and I always encourage and always speak to the high schools about think about being an entrepreneur. Have your own time, your own money.
What would you say to those who are, let's say, in their 50s or mid-40s or even older, who did not get their own business, but they're interested, but they almost feel like, well, I got this great job, it's a waste of time. What do you say to that person?
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. It's never too late. It's never too late for you to start. 40s, 50s, 60s, there's a lot of women that I work with that have made a transition to get out of the corporate America or their government job, and we bring them into our WOO organization. We bring in both entrepreneurs and executives because in the back of the mind, the executive is thinking about being an entrepreneur, a little side hustle.
Wow.
And then the entrepreneur is trying to get into corporate America. So bring them together. So it's never too late.
I love it. And so if people want to reach you, how do they get in touch?
They can reach me at woocrew.com, and that's WEWCREW.com.
And you woo, woo, woo.
That's right.
Betty, thank you so much. Continued success, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right, now over to Amy with your best weather.
We are looking ahead to a full moon, actually peaking Tuesday night, but already people seeing images of it in the sky. And this is the first of 2 supermoons this month. So kind of cool as we head into the month of August. It appears closer to the Earth than usual, so it looks bigger and brighter. Here's one nice close-up shot of it. Here's another look. This actually takes us south to Florida. So you can see just the start of that nearly full moon, which is coming up on the start of August, so August 1st, so overnight tomorrow night. Right now we're looking at blue skies and sunshine. Overnight tonight you should be able to see it again too. We are looking at clear skies across the region, comfy temperatures, upper 70s to begin, mid 80s to end. Mostly dry start to the week with below average temperatures. It's not until later this week that we're tracking that next chance for some storms. Things are pretty quiet right now. Weather maker to our south, high pressure overhead, not much happening here on the weather map. And this will be the case for the first half of the work week, so we're in pretty good shape. High temperatures warm their way through the 80s today, mid 80s this afternoon, potentially a sprinkle, but that's really it. I think we're in pretty good shape from here on out. Comfy tonight too, refreshing in the morning, upper 50s, low 60s to begin, low to mid 80s to end with more sunshine. Potentially some sprinkles, but really not much in terms of rain. And it looks like our break from the heat, the humidity will continue through at least Wednesday. We're in the dry category. It's not until Thursday that I'm tracking that uptick in a little bit of humidity. Temperature-wise, we're below average. Average high at 88 degrees. We are in the low 80s for the next couple of days, even through Thursday. By the weekend, we'll see the mid-80s return with a little bit of humidity too, and our next chance for some storms. We're completely dry through midweek. It's not until Thursday that we reintroduce that chance for some spotty storms, spotty to scattered through Saturday. Not one day here's a complete washout, so that's good news. And then early next week, we're still in the 80s. It's not until Tuesday, Wednesday that we've got the potential for the 90s to return. Back to you.
This summer, Sinclair is partnering with the National Diaper Bank for Sinclair Cares Summer Diaper Drive. Scan this QR code to help local diaper banks provide diapers to children and families in need. Donate today for a healthier future for all of our little ones. And if your family's struggling with basic needs for your baby, go to sinclaircares.com.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Boxers Everybody Rides.
Brand new location with Jimmy the Boxer, 5928 Reisterstown Road. Jimmy!
Right. I'm here.
It's a new location as the sign says everybody rides.
On Reisterstown Road at Boxers Everybody Rides.
So Jimmy, let's go ahead and let's talk about you, okay? Jimmy the Boxer. The funny part is you really are a boxer.
I boxed my whole life. My whole life I boxed, and all I did was take boxing and put it into fighting to get approvals,
right?
Fighting through situations, and then also knocking out the competition.
Sure, you know how it is to have bad credit.
Right.
But you also know how it is to clean up your credit and make it right.
I know all the steps because I personally went through every step. I had bad credit, I had to deal with the high interest rates, I've had to better my situation by making my payments on time, proving myself, refinancing, getting a better payment and working it that way to really get my situation to where I had to. But it takes knowing somebody that has been through it and done it to be able to even to get to that. And that's what we want to do is if you had bad credit, you're in a scenario where you can't get yourself a car, but you got to get your kids to school, you got to get to work, you can come to us and tell us the situation. I had a repossession, I'm in a bankruptcy, whatever the case might be, and we'll help work you through it. Give you the information you need so you can get what you want.
And so people see you on television, they like your personality, they're like, but am I going to see him? He's got a new location. He's busy. And will I get this chance to see Jimmy the Boxer when I come to this Reisterstown location?
Listen, right now, if you come in the next couple months, you're gonna see me here. I'm on the ground, I'm working deals, I'm shaking hands, I'm gonna build it up, and I'm gonna take care of my customers. I like to do it myself, get on the ground, and all my customers know me. I've sold hundreds of cars from their aunts, their uncles, their sisters. They send them to me because they know I'm gonna sell them a car, and I'm gonna make sure they're all right. They're taken care of, and they got a good car with low miles, and it's not a buy here, pay here, that type of thing.
And talk about, when we talk about relationships, also for people that happen to have good credit.
Right.
But they don't see on these lots what they want, they can come talk to you and they can make it happen, right?
Correct, but if you got good credit and you come to me and say, listen, I got great credit, I'm gonna put you through the credit union and get you the best rate out there. And that's the only thing I can tell you is when you got good credit that you don't need to settle with just any place, because if you go to a place that doesn't have enough tools in the toolbox, and they only have one or two lenders, and they give you a high rate, you took the high rate for no reason. You need to go to a place that has the tools in the toolbox to be able to shop the rate to get you the best rate out there.
I just got one more important question. This is an important question. Take some time to answer it. What are you doing to the competition?
It's simple, and everybody out there knows it. I'm knocking out the competition.
Still ahead, listening to music at work might make you more productive. Coming up, what you're saying about music at work. Listening to music at work may boost productivity. That's according to a report from the recruiting company Account Temps. 95% of workers aged 18 to 34 say listening to music at work improve their job productivity and overall mood. That number is lower for older workers, but still in the majority, with 66% aged 55 and older saying music improved productivity. As for the genres of music, workers say country, pop, and rock provided the biggest boost. And we wanted you to tell it. Do you listen to music while you work? Right now, most of you are saying sometimes. And we got a great show lined up for tomorrow. We're talking about giving back to those in need. The need for diapers is being called a public health crisis. It's a basic need for families with small kids, but many are struggling to meet it. Coming on tomorrow's show, how you can help give back.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
Listen to your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all our social media. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great